An interesting encounter with his disciples. Verse 14, when they came to the crowd, a man approached Jesus and knelt before him. Lord, have mercy on my son. He has seized and suffers greatly. He often falls into the fire and into the water. I brought him to your disciples, but they could not heal him. Oh, unbelieving, perverse generation, Jesus replied. How long shall I stay with you? How long shall I put up with you? Bring the boy here to me. Jesus rebuked the demon, and it came out of his body. The Spirit filled Jesus out of the hand, and it came out of his body. He was healed from that moment. Then the disciples came to Jesus and said, why couldn't we drive it out? And Jesus replied, because you have so little faith. You have so little faith. Once again, the faith that relates to our fasting and prayer, we do it by faith. He says this, I tell you the truth, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, anybody have any mountains in their life? He says you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. However, this kind only comes out by prayer and fasting. See, Jesus recognizes something. And he tells us something. There are some things that are so severe in our lives that only prayer and fasting will drive it out. He recognizes that there are some things that are so besetting in our lives that we've got to the point that we want to just live with it, and we don't even want to take the time and take the effort to get it out of us. But it's keeping us from God's very best. Prayer and fasting does this, but it has to be done by faith. Listen, how many know that sometimes the only thing we have on us is a nickel on the promises of God? Anybody ever feel like that? That's all we have are the promises of God. That's all we have are the promises of God. And God says that, hey, there are some things that can be removed by fasting and prayer. God, help us to believe, oh Lord. That God, even as we set time to fast and pray, that there are issues in our lives, oh God, that can be eradicated, God. There are temptations, God, that can be severed, Lord. There is sin, oh God. Even as we fast and pray, as your word says, that we can be delivered from. I used to sing the song when I was young. It says, standing, standing, standing on the promises of Christ my Savior. Standing, standing, I'm standing on promises of God. He promised to deliver you. Do you believe this one?